Hey everybody, Kuroda here, and I have a special guest.
Hello everyone, it's me.
It's Matt.
Matteo!
Yeah. And I haven't done one of these in a while. This is one of my 20 questions videos. This is a series that I haven't done literally since 2017. The end of 2017 was the one that I did with James, so... I've been wanting to do one with you, Dave, and Steven, so Steven, when you get back from Scotland, we're doing one, and Dave, I've been trying to pin him down forever, but we'll see. But anyway, thanks for doing this. Appreciate it, Matt.
Of course.
We just had a very productive weekend with Resident Evil 2.
We did. We will try to get back to that. We don't know when exactly. It might be a little while, or it could be sooner. It depends on where and when we do it, but it could be anywhere from like a month to multiple months, so sorry guys, but we'll get back to it.
Well, somebody waited a whole year for the second part of Secret of Mana, so...
Oh my god, that's great!
Yeah, shout out to Pralineful. But anyway, so... This is the 20 questions series. As you guys can see by the title, this is 20 gaming questions with Matt, because I thought it would be more fun. There's like a ton of games that you love, and a lot of series that you love.
Yeah, and I feel like your channel's predominantly, or primarily gaming.
Yeah, and I mean, my channel, I do other things with gaming.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, I felt like a game. Maybe we'll do another 20 questions.
Yeah, you can do an unfocused one, not just games.
Yeah.
We're just kind of short for time, too.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. But maybe in the future we could do like a non-gaming question one. So, so we're about to do this, but my phone reset, and that's where the questions are. I don't know why it reset, but anyway. But for context, Matt's one of my absolute best friends. I've known him for a long time.
Yeah, we've known each other since 2000 and... oh my god, 5.
Yep.
So it's been a long time. It's been a while since we could hold our heads up high. I've like turned into James Hetfield halfway through that.
Heads up high. Anyway, well, my phone is back, so we can start the questions. But what I was gonna say is, I've known you. God, I mean, since like
I was a freshman in high school.
Yep, and like I moved once, and then a second time, and then you were in school like far away for a while. So our friendship has made it through a lot.
Survive the test of time.
Yep, test of time. All right. Anyway, enough of this. Enough of the trying to fill time. The questions are up. Got my phone up. So let's just get right into it, shall we? So 20 questions with Matt Hugh. Number 1, very simple. What is your favorite game of all time?
I'm probably gonna just like be a meme and just say Chrono Trigger, even though that it is probably my favorite game. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say series because there's only really one or two if you count Chrono Cross, but it's probably my favorite overall game, and a lot of people say that. And if you guys have seen the 20 questions with James, I'd say he makes a lot of great points. Like the soundtrack is phenomenal. So are the sprite works. The sprite work in that game looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it really is, and
the story, like James said, the world feels dynamic. You make a change, and it actually affects things in that time, and other times even. And
the soundtrack's so good.
Oh, it is.
So
it's one
good.
of the best.
It really is. It's like so good. And like, I mean, who doesn't like Toriyama? Artwork.
Oh, I know.
Like art styles, right? Okay, that was a simple one. I'm actually surprised. I actually am surprised you didn't say, like, I don't know. I don't know why I would have thought you would have said, like, maybe a Zelda or a, something like one of the Sonic games or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, like both series I really enjoy, but just not quite up there.
Okay, this isn't a question, so I'll tag it onto this as well.
Sure.
Just real quick is, what's your, like, favorite series?
Probably Kingdom Hearts, but I can give you like a quick top 5 probably.
It's
probably
tough.
Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil, Legend of Zelda, Mario,
Sonic. I know you're a Sonic fan.
Yeah.
Sonic,
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other honorable mentions go to stuff like God of War and like the various Digimon games and Pokemon. Actually, you know what? Instead of Sonic, it would probably be Pokemon. Sonic would be on the next tier, I'd say.
Cool.
Honestly.
Cool. Okay. Wow, you got a lot of good series there.
Yeah.
It's cool. What I always thought was cool with you was that you seem like very immersed in a lot of Nintendo stuff, and also immersed in a lot of RPGs. But also you'll play stuff like God of War and like
Oh, yeah.
For example, me, like, I tend to gravitate mostly towards, like, certain things, whereas, like, you seem across the board. You like all kinds of different games.
Like, speaking of other games, I'm super excited to try that new Spider-Man game eventually. A lot of people say it's the best Spider-Man game, like, ever.
I screwed up because, like, they had, for Black Friday, they had a $199 PS4 with Spider-Man. I wanted that so bad.
Oh, man, dude, you should have.
I didn't even know it was coming out, otherwise I would have honestly saved up for it, because I've heard that game's awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Speaking of Spider-Man, real quick, not game-related, but if you guys like Spider-Man, watch Into the Spider-Verse. It's probably my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Cool.
Even compared to the live-action ones.
Is
that one
movie. Animated? Or?
Yep, it's the animated one with all the different spider people from different universes.
Cool, that's awesome.
It's very good.
Alright, we're gonna move on.
Yes.
What is your favorite console of all time?
I'd probably say GameCube.
GameCube?
Honestly.
I'm not surprised to hear that. A lot of people love GameCube. Dave is gonna love that, by the way.
Is that his favorite console?
He's like a GameCube nut. He collects and stuff.
Awesome, Dave. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, launch lineup. At launch, you had Melee, you had Pikmin, you had Luigi's Mansion. I mean, those are three of my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, Pikmin, that's another one of my favorite series. Not on the top 5.
I will say, I think Melee. It wasn't like day one launch. I think Melee was like a month or two later.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Why I'm thinking that is because I got it for Christmas that year.
That's
already out by Christmas.
Well, it was still like opening like holiday season, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I still remember Christmas Day opening it. I remember that and opening up the original DS, man. I still remember
that. That must have been amazing.
Yeah.
For me, I always remember the same year I got the Super NES and the Sega Genesis, and I remember when I got my N64 on my birthday. That was amazing.
That's cool.
It was on my 10th birthday. But also, the GameCube I didn't get until, I know this is about you, not me, but just so you guys know, I didn't get till the following summer, and I had actually graduated from 8th grade, and I got some money, and my dad was like, hey, what do you want to get with your money? I was like, I want to get a GameCube, so he took me to Walmart.
Nice.
And literally the 3 games I got were Luigi's Mansion, Melee, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2.
Dude, nice.
Yeah, which are all great games.
Oh, I just remembered another great game on the GameCube, Animal Crossing.
Do you have a top 5 GameCube games?
Ooh, we can do this right now.
Come on.
In no particular order. I'm not going to do them in any order. We've got...
Try not to,
Sorry, yeah, I know.
It's okay, it's fine.
I'm really going Italian with
it's
the hands
today. It's fine, go ahead.
Alright, in no particular order. Pikmin 2, Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing. I know it didn't come out on the system, but it was the first time I played it. Probably Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Let's see what else.
You still have, like, I'll just name a few games that you missed, like...
Yeah, go ahead.
You still have Thousand Year Door.
Oh, yep, there we go.
You still have Wind Waker.
Yep, Wind Waker.
I mean, there's too many good games for that console. Mario Sunshine, I don't know if you like Sunshine.
Yeah, I do.
Some people don't like it. Twilight Princess technically came out on that.
True, I played it on the Wii.
I also played it on the Wii, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there was a whole bunch of stuff. Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah, oh my god,
yeah, there's so many games.
Kirby Air Ride was a great one.
Kirby's Air Ride.
What else? Resident Evil 4, duh.
Yeah, that's another one, yeah.
Yeah, that's on my top 5.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like really sucking at making lists
that's
off the cuff.
Hey, it's hard to do it off the cuff, but anyway.
True, yeah.
I was gonna go into me, but this isn't about me, this is about you. So, number 3, who is your favorite developer?
Probably Nintendo.
Nintendo?
Like first party Nintendo.
Yeah. They do have just a huge amount of series.
I mean, most of those series I listed, like, you know, like Pikmin, Super Smash... Well, actually, no. Would Super Smash Bros. Technically be first party?
Yeah.
Yeah, because those companies are owned by Nintendo, right? Like
Sora. Like I would call like HAL Laboratory and like what's another one?
Apparently Monolith Soft is technically owned by Nintendo too. The guys that do Xenoblade and stuff.
Camelot, I would say, would be another one. Intelligent Systems have always pretty much just done exclusively Nintendo.
Then easily, because right there we have such a huge coverall. We have Xenoblade, we have Fire Emblem.
Game Freak, Game Freak is actually a little less separate, because I know Game Freak's had other games on other consoles.
Have they really?
But Pokemon is exclusive to Nintendo.
Yeah, so we'd say easily Nintendo.
So Nintendo,
and their affiliates.
Yeah, and their little subsidiaries. Yeah. Cool. What is your favorite gaming soundtrack? This will be useful so I know what music to put.
Am I limited to a series or like actual
if you want, you can give me like a top 5, or you can if you had to pick one game. How about this? If you had to pick one game of any game that you just love its soundtrack, pick that. And then if you want to give some honorable mentions, go ahead.
All right. Well, you know what? It would probably be Kingdom Hearts, and if I had to actually pick a game, it would probably either be Birth by Sleep or 2.
Okay. Cool. They do have phenomenal soundtracks.
They do.
By the wonderful Yoko Shimomura, who also did the Super Mario RPG soundtrack.
And the Mario and Luigi series.
Yep.
Well.
You're right. The Mario and Luigi series. That's true.
Yep.
Cool. Any other like highlights, like specific
soundtracks?
Yeah, soundtracks.
Oh, I mean, the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, like we said, is amazing. Most Final Fantasies, especially like 9, has a great soundtrack. 4 has a great soundtrack.
Yep. 4 is an amazing soundtrack. Zelda games, you can't.
Yeah.
Really
Oh, Zelda. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Even Mario games too.
Yep. Yeah. There's most games. There's a lot of games with amazing music.
I'm trying to think what other soundtracks I've been listening to. I have the God of War 3 soundtrack on my iPod. That's a great soundtrack. A lot of orchestral and like almost operatic-esque singing on that.
We went and saw the Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions, and we went and saw the Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses Orchestra.
We did.
We saw both of those. That was awesome.
Yeah, they were great.
Yep. And you saw Kingdom Hearts Orchestra, didn't you?
No, I wanted to.
Oh no, you saw Final Fantasy one by yourself.
Yes,
That was on your
Distant
birthday.
Worlds. Yep, that was great.
That must have been
great.
cool. Awesome. Cool. So now I have a few ideas of what to put in this video.
There you go.
What was your first game that you ever played that you remember playing?
It was either Pokemon Red or Blue. I forget which version I started out with, but yeah, I can remember that on the Game Boy Color.
Wow.
I can remember starting that too on my kitchen table, opening up the box.
That's cool. That's
and putting
awesome.
that in there. I have a really crappy memory, by the way, everyone on the channel. Just for FYI, so that's like pretty amazing that I remember that. I remember my first Super Smash Bros. 64 match too.
That's what you were saying with your sister.
Yeah, my sister and I were playing on Brinstar. I was Pikachu and she was Kirby.
That's great. That's great. Sorry you had to pick Brinstar as your first stage.
I know, yeah. Yeah, and we played on that big old CRTV that we had upstairs.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. I can't even remember what I know I probably would have played with Carrie first time I played. Yeah. I probably picked like Yoshi or Mario. I probably
easily.
She might have picked Yoshi and I might have picked Mario or something like that.
There you go.
Such a great game. First Smash is still one of my favorites.
It's good.
What is your favorite Nintendo franchise?
Nintendo specifically. That's like the James video. I don't know if it's like Zelda or Mario. I mean, I also really love Fire Emblem, but if we're talking strictly
and Pokemon, as you said.
Yeah, and Pokemon. I really don't know.
One thing I will say with that is I like that you, like me, although our tastes sometimes differ, the lesser Nintendo franchises you see, like the big Nintendo franchises are, of course, like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, stuff like that.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong. But I love that you love stuff like Xenoblade and Pikmin. And,
yep, and Fire Emblem's slowly becoming super mainstream, so I wouldn't even really put it there anymore.
It's starting to, yeah, and same with Animal Crossing. Yep. I think New Leaf really kind of put that out. It's still, but even so, if you look at like overall sales, none of those other series match Mario, especially.
No.
Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon are really
exactly.
Three. But yeah, it's funny that you always like those kind of series, and I like more niche series like Metroid and Mother and stuff like that. So it's just kind of cool. But anyway, and Star Fox is good too. So yeah, what do you think if you had to pick one for a Nintendo series? I'm making you pick one. So
honestly, probably Mario because I have more nostalgia for Mario.
I think it's hard not to pick Mario even over Zelda because there's just so much Mario.
There is, and there's so many spin-off titles too. Yeah. There's the sports games, there's the RPGs.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And there's also, I even count as part of them like the Wario games, the Yoshi games, to some extent, but a little less, the Donkey Kong games.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're all extensions of the Mario franchise. So it's really hard not to pick the Mario series. But yeah, but also Zelda is also amazing, obviously. Cool. So Mario, I close this. Okay. What is your favorite RPG? I guess it would probably be Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, probably.
What about your favorite RPG series? Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, probably Kingdom Hearts. In terms the Xenoblade series is kind of like tangentially related to each other, but like Xenoblade Chronicles, like the remake for the 3DS, that's probably in my top 5 favorite RPGs. Cool. That was really good.
Cool. Yeah, I know you've gotten super into the Xenoblade series.
I still gotta play 2.
That's Smash syndrome again, by the way, because until Smash 4, you never played the Xenoblade series.
No,
right?
but Michael did talk about them a lot.
He did? Yeah. But still, either way, it's like it's interesting how Smash does that.
It is.
So that's cool. Is there any other is there like a one RPG you could like name that's kind of out of the box that you think people wouldn't that's one of your favorites? I guess Xenoblade's a little out of the box, but even so, I don't know, because there's a lot of fans now. It's really starting to pick up in terms of like series.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of one I might have played. not really sure, honestly.
No worries.
I know a random ass one I played was there was the Sonic RPG on the original DS.
Oh,
that
really?
game was really. It was like Sonic in like the Dark or Crystal, like Chronicles or some shit like that, and it was actually pretty interesting. It was like almost like a half-baked, like almost like action turn-based thing where you had to actively like use the stylus to do stuff during your turn.
Mm-hmm.
But that was interesting.
Cool. I think there was a Mega Man RPG as well.
Oh, Battle Network. I think?
Which is strange. Okay, cool. Well, that's definitely out of the box. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite first-person shooter, or just like shooter in general? I guess I mean more like, you know, Resident Evil-esque or something like that, or like.
All right. Well, since you
or
guys
FPS works, you know, something like that.
Yeah, since you guys know I like Resident Evil so much, some honorary mentions is I love the Resistance series on the PS3. Those are great shooters.
Mm-hmm.
They're like first person mostly though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I do like the Uncharted games. They're a really good third person shooter.
Yeah,
they're fun.
I've played one of the Uncharted games just a little bit, and I liked it. See,
yeah.
what always happens with me is I always I can't like just afford to buy a bunch of consoles all the time, so I always just gravitate to the Nintendo console of that generation because I know I'm gonna get it. So that's why I don't have a PS4. The only gen that I did not buy a Nintendo console first was the Wii generation. I got a 360.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, because my coworkers convinced me to do that. But anyway, this isn't about me. So Uncharted, Resistance, you said?
Yeah, that's great. What's another good shooter I played? Oh, Doom! The new Doom, the like the new version of Doom that came out in, what was it, 2016, 2017? Yeah. That was really good. It's really fun. Really violent, really gory.
I kind of want to get that for the Switch.
You should.
I've heard it's really good.
You should.
Or
you literally get to murder the demons. Literally, the story is... These scientists open up a dimension, like a portal to, like, hell. I don't know if it's supposed to be Christian hell, because they treat it as a different dimension in this, but they, like, use this demonic energy to, like, power stuff, and it's, like, their cure-all to, like, fossil fuel. So it's like, what could go wrong? Literally harvesting Satan juice.
Great. What's your favorite action-adventure game?
Ooh.
So, like...
Probably one of the Zeldas.
One of the Zeldas?
Probably, like... either Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, or Wind Waker. I really like Skyward Sword, too. People like to shit on that game, but I really loved it.
Yeah, people are so mixed with that. Like, I know people who love it, like you, and I know people who really don't like it at all, so...
In terms of, I've
heard the story's really good.
Yes! Honestly, it arguably has the best story in any Zelda. I would fight someone on that, honestly. Because Zelda gets good character development, Link kind of does. One of the guys who starts out as an antagonist, like he's a bully to Link, becomes like one of your best friends.
Wow.
Impa gets character development.
Cool.
The main bad guys get, like, character development. It's really good.
Nice.
But I know it's not quite the same question, but if you were to talk about, like, the best open world game that I've ever played, though, I played a bunch of them. Like, my favorite open world games would probably be Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles, and then Xenoblade Chronicles X. I haven't played 2 yet, but I heard 2's open world is really good, too.
Cool. I gotta play that series. I have X for the Wii U. I think that'll probably be the first one I play. Just
yeah, you should. It's a little different from, like, Chronicles 1 and 2 from what I understand, but I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I can give it a shot.
And you don't really need to know anything about the others to get into it.
Do you find, especially lately, that, like, there's just way too many games to play?
There are.
Oh
especially too many RPGs.
Yeah, like, I really gotta limit the RPGs, personally, because they just take too much time.
They do. I was telling Rob, I have probably, like, over 50 games that I need to play. I have games on the original DS, I have games on the PS3, PS4, I have Switch games that I haven't played. Yeah. I have games on the Wii U I haven't finished yet.
I was even talking, because James and I did a discussion video on his channel, watch that, by the way, guys, of the most recent Direct, and like we were even saying just this year all the games that are coming out, I'm not gonna be able to play all of them. Like there's like Yoshi's Crafted World, there's Mario Maker 2, there's Animal Crossing, that's gonna be the new core Pokemon game, that's gonna be Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, oh man.
You know, you have all those Final Fantasies coming out for the Switch, you have Dragon Quest coming out for the Switch.
I know, usually...
I mean, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, Nintendo really, like, cranked the dial up to 12. A lot of people always complain they don't have enough coming out, and now it's like, holy crap, we're being oversaturated.
Yeah, and Link's Awakening, Link's Awakening, and, like, that's not even... We haven't even hit E3 yet. I'm sure there's at least 1 or 2 more surprises this year.
Oh, yeah, probably games that haven't even been announced
There's the rumored Metroid Prime trilogy. There's a rumor they're doing a Pikmin 3 remaster. You know?
Oh, really? I'd rather have them do 4. Apparently, they said they were working on 4 right after 3, but we'll see.
I've heard that it's done even, but
really,
what they might be doing is like re-releasing Pikmin 3, so they can get it out there because obviously the Wii U didn't sell well.
Exactly.
And then maybe in like a year or two they'll finally release Pikmin 4.
At this point, there's like so many, like there's only a handful of games on the Wii U that aren't like on the Switch.
Yep.
Although I did read, which is good that we both have Chronicles X. Supposedly they aren't too interested in bringing Chronicles X to the Switch. They said it probably won't happen. So.
Well, I guess that sucks.
Oh, but that gives us a reason to go back to the Wii U though.
That's true. Well, I personally still love the Wii U.
Oh, I do too. It's hooked up downstairs right now.
Yep, I love it.
I'm gonna go through the rest of the Shovel Knight campaigns on that.
You should. Let's see. Moving on, we're on question 10. What game do you have the fondest memories of?
Oh.
Or you can do a couple if you'd like. You don't have to be, you know.
Yeah, I'll narrow it to two. Probably either Mario 64 or Pokemon Red and Blue.
Oh man, those are two Those are two that are just so classic, you know.
Two of the ones I remember the most from being a child as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also remember Super Mario Advanced a lot too.
Oh yeah, Super Mario Bros. 2 basically. Yeah, Super Mario Advance. Yeah, I could definitely see Mario. You were probably, was the N64 your first console?
Yes, it was.
So when did you get it?
God, I think I was like the very end of elementary school, the 4th grade maybe. I think I had it before middle school. I would have had to have.
Wow.
I was probably younger than your little brother is.
So you probably got like late 90s, something like that?
Yeah,
so you might have gotten it like midway or towards the end of the N64's life, so...
I could have, yeah.
Wow, yeah. So yeah, you probably grew up on a lot of those games. Again, my first one was Super NES, so I think my experience was a little different.
Yeah.
But because I had that system, but starting out in the N64 must have been really, really awesome.
It was.
Yeah. Did you ever have a PlayStation?
Yes, I did.
The original PlayStation?
Yeah.
I never had one, so
I had
I missed a
few
lot
random
of that.
games for it. I had, I think, like a Crash Bandicoot one. I had a Spyro game. I had Digimon World games. I wish I took better care of the PS1. I wish I took better care of a lot of things back then. Like my PS1 and N64, I either sold or got rid of, or they got trashed. And
you sold a bunch of your GameCube games so you could buy a base. So
I know. I kind of regret that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I had like fucking 40 games, dude.
Yeah, I know. You got really good at the base though. But either way. So that was good. Okay. So who are some of your favorite video game characters? That's a cool. I like this question.
Well, I know we were just playing Resident Evil 2. I love a lot of Leon's stupid, like, one-liners.
Yeah, the cheesy one-liners.
So, like, Leon and Chris and Jill from Resident Evil are probably some of my favorites. All the cast from Chrono Trigger. Most of the main cast from Xenoblade Chronicles. Like, Link and Zelda. I like a lot of the Kingdom Hearts cast, too, honestly. I know that's cheating, because you have Disney characters in there, too, but whatever.
Yeah. What about Pokemon? What's your favorite Pokemon?
Don't ask that question.
Snorlax?
I like all of them equally. Just 800 of the motherfuckers.
I know, there's so many.
So many of them.
Okay, cool. Number 12 here. What dead and buried franchise or game would you like to see return? So something that just hasn't had a game in a long time.
Probably Chrono Trigger or Mario RPG, honestly.
Cool. Good answer.
Yeah.
This is why he's on the channel.
Yeah, exactly.
I would at least like to have some kind of new Chrono game. I'm not expecting a remake. In a way, I'm a little afraid of a remake.
Yeah.
But like, or at least a port. Like if Super NES games are coming to the Switch, it'd be nice if Chrono Trigger was one of the games you could play.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's lots of ways you can play Chrono Trigger these days, but like some new game in that franchise would have been amazing, you know?
Oh yeah.
But Square Enix doesn't seem to give a shit about it.
Like many other things.
And Gino for Smash. What is your favorite gaming memorabilia that you own? I specifically catered this to you because you guys don't know he's got a ton of merch.
Yeah.
Like a ton of stuff.
Probably freaking Amiibo, just because of how many of them I have. And not just Smash, I have like Fire Emblem Amiibo, Animal Crossing Amiibo.
Zeldas, you got all the Zelda
like
Amiibo.
The Pikmin Amiibo.
Yep.
Actually, I don't quite have all the Zelda ones. I'm missing...
they're hard to get.
The Twilight Princess Link, the Skyward Sword Link, the Bokoblin, and the Rider Link.
I'm just glad over here, I just noticed, I'm glad I have the Metroid set there with the squishy Metroid.
Yeah.
I love that. And
that is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But, yeah, I had a feeling you'd say Amiibo, but you also have those Figmas, you have a ton of other things.
I have a Lucina Figma,
you have, like, signed posters, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
I have an Android Link.
One of my favorite things that you have is actually a signed poster of the Angry Video Game Nerd movie.
Yeah,
by
that was
James,
awesome.
yeah.
I got that when I saw that live in New York City.
Yeah, that's really cool. But okay, let's see. We're getting there now. Has any game made you cry? Which ones and why?
Close.
Getting deep here.
Say.
Yeah.
Probably some of the Kingdom Hearts games.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Birth by Sleep. But probably 3, just because it was like a nice emotional payoff.
Yeah,
at, like,
at the end
there.
Well, at least you had that, because I know you said you weren't like super
thrilled with how it was presented.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just slammed everything in.
Yeah.
Like the last 5 hours.
That kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
at least you enjoyed the game.
Exactly.
So probably Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, probably.
You gotta play Final Fantasy VII and Mother 3. Those are the only 2 games that have ever made me cry, but they were great. And I could also see Kingdom Hearts. It can get pretty heavy at times. Even the first one, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's really the only one I know very well, but.
Oh yeah, especially this scene.
Yeah.
Young me was just like, what the heck?
I know. I'm sure. Oh my god. What game or games have you always wanted to play but just haven't gotten to yet?
Dragon Quest games look pretty good.
Yep.
A lot of Final Fantasies. What else have I really wanted to play? I know a lot of people, speaking of RPGs, really like Batten Kaitos a lot.
Beyond Good and Evil is the one that would be cool to play.
Oh, that's an RPG. I didn't know that.
Yep. It was for the GameCube and for the I think PlayStation. Yeah.
Cool. I have some F-Zero games on the Ambassador program. I'd like to try those out more often.
Depends on how much you like racers, I guess. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've really wanted or liked, but haven't had a chance to try. I've never really gotten super into the Donkey Kong games, so I have played them.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're really good. I recommend, I know you found the first Donkey Kong frustrating, but if you can kind of play more of it, the first 3 Donkey Kongs are great, especially the second one.
Yeah.
Now that you have the second one on
Country,
your classic, I highly recommend that one. It's so good.
Okay.
It's just so good. Okay, cool. What is the worst game that you've ever played?
Oh my god. I don't know.
I love this question.
Worst game I ever played. Oh, that's easy. One of them's definitely Sonic 06. Easily.
Is it weird that I loved that game?
I did too when I first played it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really enjoyed Shadow the Hedgehog when I played it too, but I just have a feeling if I go back to those games now, I'll be like, what was I thinking?
I know, I think Dave gave me a copy of Sonic Heroes for, because he doesn't really like Sonic games, and he gave me a copy of Sonic Heroes for GameCube, and I tried it, and I was like, wow, this game is unplayable. It is literally unplayable.
See, that's another one I enjoyed as a kid, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure as a kid, I think I actually played a little of it when I was a kid too. I remember borrowing Shadow the Hedgehog from you. But I actually liked 06 for some reason. But then I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd do
his review of it.
I'm like, oh my god, I actually got through this game.
Yeah.
I remember finding the levels though, where you run really fast.
They were fucking annoying.
They were insane, especially the last one. That was so frustrating. Sonic 06. I love that you went for that. What is the most underrated game or series, you think?
Underrated. Out of the ones I've played, maybe Pikmin. I feel like they're kind of cute and charming and fun. And there's some strategy required. So.
Pikmin is one that I really wish I had played as a kid because he's just
you
laughing.
Had such a hard time with it.
Steven had to finish it for me.
I know. Well, dude, I always keep forgetting about it, but I do have Pikmin 2, and we can always do co-op on that.
I also have Pikmin 3.
And 2 and 3 are way easier than 1.
So I might try Pikmin 3 at some point and actually see if maybe this redeems it for me, because I also thought the Pikmin were really cute and I like the concept of the game, but the first one is just so difficult. I had so many problems with it. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I can see that. I know you're a huge Pikmin fan, so that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite handheld console?
Probably either the DS or the 3DS. I have so many games for both of them.
Yeah, I kind of was debating with James about this, and
although I might honestly say the 3DS just because the amount of ports on it.
I think the 3DS is fantastic. I mean, I didn't get to play a ton of DS games because Walt broke my DS. So anyway, he was a kid. It's okay. I don't want to keep rehashing that on him, but
it's just a popular game, I guess.
Just because there's been so many games I've been able to play on the 3DS. I love the 3DS. 3DS and Game Boy Advance are probably my favorite personally, but
yeah,
I'm glad we're in the same camp there. You do have a ton of 3DS games.
Dude, I have
borrowed
almost
a bunch of them.
30.
Wow.
I even got Rick's copy of Alpha Sapphire, so I have Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've borrowed a bunch from you. Like you got a ton of games for the.
I do. I have too many friggin' games.
Hey, that's okay. Better too many than too little.
I guess, yeah, that's true.
What game were you really looking forward to the most, but ended up being a huge disappointment?
I don't want to say Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's...
Yeah.
It wasn't a huge disappointment, but it was definitely a disappointment for a few different reasons, so I'll say that, sadly.
Yeah, that's...
Because it's the most pungent one in my memory right now.
Well, and not just that, I mean, like, even if it's not a big disappointment, you did wait many years for it, and many people did wait many years, so that's
even if you don't count between two, the last actual full-fledged Kingdom Hearts game came out in 2012, and that was Dream Drop Distance on 3DS.
Yep. Damn. Well, what about 2.8 or whatever?
Yeah, but like the one portion of new game in that was like only more or less like 3-4 hours at most. It was
really?
more like a demo.
Oh, okay, wow. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Because it came with a remaster of Dream Drop Distance.
Okay, and question number 20 here. What character would you want to see in Smash?
Am I limited to just one?
Give us a top 5. What
All right.
5 characters would you want to see?
Okay, and we'll go in order.
Yeah,
okay.
like if you were to pick the next DLC pack.
Okay,
who's
Sora in any of his outfits or forms. And they could even do alternate skins of him if they wanted. They could even do Roxas as one of his skins.
I thought that would be awesome. The only problem I could see them doing with certain costumes is they might have to well, actually, I don't know.
Character model
No, the Disney costumes, because they have to get the rights from Disney, but I guess...
Well, technically, Sora and Roxas are Disney characters.
Yeah, so they'd have to get the rights from Disney anyway to get them in
but
the game.
apparently Disney and Nintendo love each other a lot, supposedly, because they both, like, really respect their IPs. And,
makes sense. I mean, Nintendo is sort of the Disney of the video game.
They are,
world,
kind
I
of,
think.
yeah.
So
I would say that.
So Sora with all the different costumes and stuff?
Yes, or, like, it doesn't really matter which they choose.
What stage would they have? That would be interesting.
I would think that they would probably choose a dive to the heart, like at the beginning of the games, like the station. You know, the stained glass windows you're on, like inside their hearts.
That would be so cool.
That would be.
That would be
because
awesome.
that could actually cycle out and above and stuff.
That would be amazing.
It could be that, or it could be any of the original worlds, like Hollow Bastion, or the world that never was.
Or even Traverse Town. They could do something
or
like
Twilight
that.
Town, or
Twilight
something.
Town. Cool.
But Sora, honestly, it would be really awesome to see. Chrono from Chrono Trigger.
So I have the coolest idea that I want to say for a Chrono stage.
Yeah.
You got this? The stage is the Epoch, and you're flying through time.
Oh my god!
And the background, like, remember at the end where you're fighting Lavos in the background?
Would he be a stage hazard?
No, well, no. But you remember when you fight Lavos at the end of the game, and like the background keeps changing because you're basically battling through time.
Yeah.
It would be like that, where the background would change.
You'd be fighting on the ship.
You'd see like the end of time. You'd see like the present. You'd see the Middle Ages. You'd see the that'd be awesome. Maybe you could see like 1999 AD and like Lavos is coming up, That'd be so neat, wouldn't it?
That would
stage, yeah. So sorry, I had to put that out there.
No, that's awesome. And then I think Gino or Mallow would be really cool, so they'd probably be 3 and 4.
Wow, a lot of Square characters. So.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I'm a big nerd.
It's funny that you mentioned those 3 characters, because I have to say, and again, this isn't about me, but if there were, if we're getting a Square Enix character, those are the 3 characters I want to see. Sora, because I also really like Kingdom Hearts. And at the very least, the first game's very nostalgic for me. So, and honestly, even more so than that, for all the fans, because Sora is a very, very heavily requested character.
Oh yeah.
I would want Sora, Chrono, or probably Gino. I wouldn't argue with Mallow either, though. I love Mallow. I thought Mallow was a great character.
He's the best frog.
Yeah.
How fucking dumb do you have to be? He's like, oh, I'm a frog. It's like, dude, you've got hands.
Imagine though, that'd be kind of a troll, like for Sakurai to do that. It's like, oh, you want a Gino? Here's Mallow.
Oh my god! I'm sure people would still like go apeshit.
I would be so happy.
There'd still be people being like, not what we want.
Yeah, I know. I'd love Gino.
Go take a shower, you neckbeard. I mean, apparently it's a big meme, like on Reddit and like a lot of places. I see that like for like a lot of Smash tournaments and like midnight releases. Apparently, there just is a lot of big, like chunks of the Smash community that just do not partake in personal hygiene.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. All right, so you got 3 of them. 2 other ones.
Okay, 2 other ones. Probably a Tales of character, like Lloyd or like Yuri from like Tales of Vesperia.
I'm pretty sure Sakurai has literally said that Lloyd is like the definitive Tails character.
Really?
And he's had Mii costumes, so he seems like it seems to me like if there was a Tails character, it would be Lloyd. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Plus another Bandai Namco rep. So.
Yeah, that's very true. Honestly, you know what? We were just playing it, but I would love a Resident Evil rep. That'd
like
be
Leon
awesome.
or Claire or Chris or something.
Yeah, you know what? Or Jill. Like literally any of those four, I'd be happy with. And honestly, it would be like Chris or Leon.
And I gotta tell you, it seems like
But Jill would be good to add some more female.
It seems like honestly they could easily do like make one character and make like at least one or two other characters. Like if they did Chris Redfield, then they could have like Claire. Right, so
maybe it depends on how they want to like tool the characters and their fighting styles and stuff.
But
I could see Claire and Jill being swaps of each other.
Or Chris and Leon or something like that. But they might want to do something like Chris and Claire because to have the male and female character.
That is true.
That seems to be like something they could do. Or even if they did Echo Fighters, but I don't know if they'll do Echo Fighters for Smash.
That's true.
That's a good list. I honestly think like a Resident Evil character would be awesome.
Yeah, because 4 was exclusive to GameCube for a long time.
Yeah.
And the remake was exclusive to GameCube for the longest time, like the first remake.
Yeah, that's true. Resident Evil has quite a history on Nintendo consoles,
does.
so I could totally see it happening.
And Revelations 1 was exclusive to 3DS for a while.
Yeah, that's true. And this year would be a good time to have a Resident Evil character because there's been so many.
That's what I mean. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts. If they were to put Sora in, it would be a good time, but I have my doubts for this first wave.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But alright, that was 20 questions. However, I always throw in a bonus question. Yeah. Oh my god!
Just zooms in on a fly on my face.
Okay. So, if you could transport into any video game world, which one would it be?
I really don't know. A lot of them they'd probably be pretty like shit your pants inducing. Cause think about it. Like I almost don't want to say any RPGs because there's always like world-ending cataclysmic bullshit going on. I feel like Pokemon in real life would be some pretty terrifying shit too.
Really? I actually think Pokemon seems like a very safe world. You know, the Pokemon are pretty tame for the most part, and you can like raise your own Pokemon to protect you. So.
But we're just seeing through like rose-tinted glasses, my friend.
You don't want to ride on the back of a Charizard? You're telling me?
Ride the tiger. Really? I don't... You know what? I'm gonna say Animal Crossing, because that's probably the safest game world I can think of.
Animal Crossing, that'd be great. You could start building up your little town, and what animal would you be?
Oh, I would... Well, presumably I could just be a player character. I could just be a human, but...
Guys?
But if I could be an animal, I'd be a penguin, I guess.
Matt's a furry.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
there
you're welcome, Takarin. Yeah. That was good. Well, that's a good way to end it, I think. Matt, thanks again for everything this weekend. Thanks for doing Resident Evil. Thanks for doing the unboxing and, of course, doing this. So, I appreciate you guys, everybody who's been watching. I'll try to get another 20 questions video up at some point. I didn't have one at all for 2018. So this is
there we go.
So speaking of reviving a dead series.
Oh my god, we did it.
Yeah, we did it. We did it right on this channel. But, alright. Once again, Matt, thank you. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
You're welcome.
And we will see you guys next time.
Yep.
Peace. Bye.
You'll float too.
You'll float too.
You'll float too.
You'll float too.
You'll float too. Like just 20 hours of that.